Hello YouTube, today I want to talk about a few aspects of the mindset needed to get started with personal finance. Many people go into this topic thinking a few things. They think that they are too far behind or that they don't have enough resources to do anything with. Basically, they think that they shouldn't even bother. Or they think that it's all too complicated and too mathy, or that it's just too much work and that it isn't for them. Or possibly they think that there are too many external factors at play and that they simply don't have enough control over the situation, so why even bother? And so they give up without even trying. But none of that is true. In this video, I'm going to outline 3 counterpoints to those concerns and then also provide a couple of simple rules that I would recommend you follow when learning personal finance, especially if you have some of these fears and anxieties about even getting started. These rules can hopefully help you from getting overwhelmed and keep you making steady progress. First of all, you need to realize that this topic is relevant and manageable for nearly everybody. The only people that won't benefit from it are probably children living at home with no allowance. For them, sure, they don't need to worry about it. Everybody else should be thinking at least a bit about this stuff. Even if you are at a low income bracket and don't think there's any way you have enough wiggle room to make any changes, I can guarantee you that there are small adjustments and tweaks here and there that can compound to slowly but surely improve your situation. Secondly, it doesn't have to be complicated. I hope in this channel to offer up advice that is understandable and steps that are actionable. Steps that you can take that won't require too much time and don't require much in the way of decision making or research. The 80-20 rule very much applies here. You can get about 80% of the results with 20% of the effort that a more dedicated financial person might put in. If anything, I might put it closer to 90-10. And finally, even if it feels like the world is against you and everything out there is happening to try and make you fail in your financial situation, there's still areas where you can regain some control. You are never a lost cause, and although you may see some setbacks in your financial journey, there will always be steps you can take to move yourself slowly but surely in the right direction. And the great thing is these are steps that compound. You will see compounding results that will take you towards a more financially stable future. So with all that out of the way, I want to set a couple of really simple rules that you should try and follow when learning about personal finance. First of all, keep it simple. Don't ever think that this stuff has to take more than a couple of minutes a week. The most complicated part of personal finance is going to be the budgeting, honestly. That will be the most time consuming and will require the most mental bandwidth, but even that can be simplified down to, honestly, a couple minutes a week. Everything else should be almost entirely hands-off with a couple of seconds spent every now and then just to check in and make sure things are running smoothly. Number 2, focus on good, not great. Great when it comes to financial topics can be really hard to achieve. There's so many factors out there and things that you could consider or optimizations that you can make. The people that spend a lot of time on this will fundamentally get somewhat better results most likely. But you don't need to do that. Great can be hard to accomplish and hard to measure, but you don't need to worry about that. You should focus on good, not great. Good is achievable, good is manageable, and good will still compound to lead to massive returns and amazing results over time. So avoid overthinking. Don't worry about what the perfect choice is or how you could go from good to great. Just start taking good actions. And number 3, the specifics honestly don't necessarily matter too much for a lot of this. I will try to offer specific advice. I'm going to try and give you very actionable, concrete tips and things that you can do. But if you can't exactly match what I recommend, that's generally going to be fine. I will give caveats and the warning signs you should look out for in case you can't follow, because there could be a few areas where you could get caught up if you're not careful, but those should be few and far between. And as long as you are trying to follow the advice generally, if you have to vary a little bit here and there, that should be okay. So again, focus on good, try and keep it simple, and you should be fine. Hopefully this has helped. If you still have concerns about the mindset during this, if you have anxieties or fears or worries, or otherwise feel like this hasn't quite alleviated any of that, drop a comment below and I'll try and follow up. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.